קולות בלבב בנימה, נפש יהודי הומייה, ולפת מזרח קדימה, עין לציון סופיה, עולו אבדה תקוותנו, התקווה בת שנות 2000, להיות עם חופשי בארצנו, ארץ ציון ירושלים, להיות עם חופשי בארצנו, ארץ ציון ירושלים.
And as every year, it's something very, very special to be standing in Dublin city centre and to be together shining the lights of Hanukkah. We're surrounded by different kinds of lights, and these are special to us. So we have a very brief schedule here for you today. We have, all of you are very important. We have some VIPs here today as well. I'm going to hand over to Maurice Cohen, Chairman of the Jewish Representative Council of Ireland, followed by Rabbi Yoni Weider, Rabbi of the Dublin Hebrew Congregation. I'm going to say a few words. We're going to light some candles, light the menorah, and those that are booked, we're going to head on inside for some delicious donuts and food. So without further ado, Maurice.
Thank you, Rabbi Lent. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and members of different faith communities. It is with great warmth and joy that I welcome you all to this special event marking the lighting of 6 candles on our menorah right here in the heart of Dublin. As we gather together, united by a shared desire for peace and understanding, we are reminded of the deep significance of Hanukkah. This festival, a beacon of hope and resilience, carries with it a message that resonates profoundly in our world today, a world grappling with war and strife. In the flames of these candles, we will see more than just light. We see a symbol of undying faith and the triumph of light over darkness, of unity over division. Hanukkah tells a story of a small group who stood against the might of many, and of the miracle of the tiny oil flask that burned for 8 days. This miracle is a testament to the power of faith and the enduring strength of the human spirit. In these challenging times, the message of Hanukkah becomes even more relevant. It reminds us that when the night is darkest, hope can be found. That even the smallest light can dispel the shadows of conflict and despair. As we light these candles, let us reflect on their significance. Let each flame be a prayer for peace, a beacon of hope for those suffering from the ravages of war, and a call to action for all of us to work towards a world of harmony and understanding. And coming together tonight, we demonstrate the beauty of unity in diversity. We, from different faiths and walks of life, stand together in solidarity, embodying the true spirit of Hanukkah. Let this event not just be a celebration of a Jewish festival, but a symbol of our shared commitment to healing our world. May it also remind us that we are brighter together than standing alone. Thank you to all the faith leaders for being here this evening and for being a part of this celebration. I extend a heartfelt welcome to all of you. Your presence here today is not just a gesture of solidarity, but a powerful symbol of interfaith harmony and understanding. Your presence enriches this event and strengthens our collective resolve to bring light into our world. Let us draw inspiration from the lights of the menorah to renew our efforts in building bridges of friendship and cooperation. In a world marked by division, the lights of Hanukkah urge us to look beyond our differences and find the common ground that unites us. Happy Hanukkah, and may peace and harmony prevail. Thank you.
The Hanukkah candles used to be lit outside by the front door for all the world passing by to see. And it was only from fear of persecution that the candles moved inside. And in recent years, the Lubavitcher Rebbe started the custom of lighting giant menorahs, giant Hanukkah lights outside in the public sphere to rekindle that original spirit of the day. Hanukkah candles are the light that we bring to the outside world. When we are not afraid to stand up for our principles and for our values. When we are not afraid to stand up for our customs and to do that which we do with pride. And that's what we're doing here this evening. And in a world that is so often dark, and at a time where Jewish people throughout the world feel that there is a lot of darkness, we have two choices when confronted with darkness. We can curse the darkness, or we can light a light. And when we see people bringing so much distress and darkness into this world, we need to counterbalance that by bringing light and love and kindness. We need to counterbalance that by bringing light into the world. May this Hanukkah, we bring light into the world together. And together share our light with the outside world and make the world for everybody a little bit of a lighter place. Hanukkah Sameach.
Just want to begin, and I will echo some of the themes that we've heard this evening. I want to begin just by thanking Dublin City Council and the Office of the Lord Mayor and the Gardaí who are looking after us so well. It's been over 2 decades now that we've had the menorah lighting here at the Mansion House on Dawson Street, and always a very wonderful occasion. In a city which is filled with festive lights and decorations, there's something very special about specifically the lights that we will shortly light on this menorah, so meaningful to the Jewish community. It warms our hearts and souls to stand together on Hanukkah in unity with our brothers and sisters around the world. You are all so very, very welcome. I'd like to make special mention to our guests who are here. Some of our guests are here this evening to share in our celebration. Archbishop Michael Jackson, Sheikh Umar Al-Qadri. They have always made the effort to ensure that whatever is going on in the world, that our communities, shared communities, engage peacefully and respectfully for one another. And I want to thank them deeply for that, for their friendship altogether. It's an honor to welcome you here tonight. Adrian Christie, who is here somewhere, give us a wave, Adrian. Where is it? Oh, there he is. Adrian facilitates a lot of the interfaith stuff on the Dublin City Interfaith Forum. Members of the forum are also welcome here this evening, and Adrian's going to be lighting the Shamash candle here for us this evening. Gratitude for everything he does to make this world a little bit more whole, a little bit more kind, and a little bit more giving. From the Jewish community, we welcome Rabbi Weider. It's his first Hanukkah here at the Mansion House, and members of the Representative Council, the JRCI, the DHC, the DJPC, all the acronyms a Jewish community ever needs. The Hanukkah lights tell a story. It's a story of over 2 millennia, a story of the Jewish people living peacefully in their homeland, a land which was promised to Abraham, Isaac and Jacob as an everlasting inheritance to their children. When they were forced to battle to defend their faith and their way of life, the Greek armies had conquered the city of Jerusalem and defiled the Holy Temple, but the Maccabees won the battle and were able to relight the golden menorah in the Bet HaMikdash in the Holy Temple. The Romans, when it was their turn, the Romans too destroyed the Holy Temple, stole the golden menorah and murdered anyone who stood in their way. This part of Jewish history seems to keep playing on repeat. There are those who seek to destroy the Jewish people time after time, generation after generation, to extinguish our lights and the lights of our menorah. But somehow we survive. And somehow the menorah does too. We lit the menorah, the Hanukkah, wherever possible. It was lit in the ghettos, it was lit in the concentration camps, it was lit during the Inquisition, and it was lit during the Holocaust. Because the lights may go out for a while, but they come back brighter than ever. The Jewish community across the globe are in a very dark place right now after the heinous and horrific acts of terror in Israel on October the 7th. For years, decades after the Holocaust, we proclaimed never again, but never again happened 2 months ago. A miniature Shoah where 1,200 innocent, peace-loving civilians were brutally butchered to death, from young babies in their cribs to elderly Holocaust survivors. Hundreds were taken hostage, and as we speak there are still 136 being held captive in the most terrifying conditions, in underground, dark tunnels, starved, beaten, raped and murdered. It is for them that we light tonight, for those who cannot celebrate Hanukkah themselves, and we pray for their release and for peace in the entire region. We pray that all of humanity will be able to live side by side in harmony as God's children. But sadly, the darkness does not end there. Jewish communities around the globe, as we speak, are actively and collectively being threatened, being told to hide identifying Jewish symbols so that they will not be targets of violence. Jews around the world are shell-shocked that after the horrors committed to our people in broad daylight and streamed live on GoPro cameras, that it is already being denied that it ever happens. On university campuses in many cities, Jewish students have to watch marches of people calling not for peace, which we all want so deeply, but for hatred and violence towards Jews. Distinguished university I can't believe I'm saying this. Distinguished university presidents refuse to say that calls for genocide of Jews is a hate crime on their campuses. It's truly hard to believe. So once again, as through the ages, we light the lights of the menorah, and we light the lights of hope, the lights of peace, the lights of humanity, the lights of spirituality. We pray that all the madness can come to an end, and that all of us, every single man, woman and child, of every faith, every color and every creed, can share this beautiful world that we inhabit in mutual respect and harmony. We are now going to share light. Some of you have candles, and we're going to light the candles and hold them. As we pass this candle around, let us think about the hopeful flames of Hanukkah through the ages, symbolizing the resilience of the human spirit and the unity that transcends tragedy. Let's light up the darkness, not just with candles, but with the light of hope, with the light of our souls. And God willing, we will all see true joy very soon indeed. Back to their loved ones. Archbishop Jackson.
Rabbi Lent, thank you very much indeed for your invitation, and Morris, thank you very much for having me along here. And I'm delighted to meet for the first time your incoming, newly arrived rabbi, and I look forward to good relationships which we've had across the years, and I want to underline that is our priority. Good relationships and light in darkness. I remember an opportunity I had to bring chief rabbis from Israel to a consultation here in Dublin, and we met in Terenure, and in no way could we have been better treated in terms of hospitality, opportunity to be together and to share not only theological information but human interaction. And that combination of human interaction and theological dialogue is extremely important to the lives that we hope to live as engaged citizens here in Dublin and in Ireland, seeking together the common good. And what we want to do is to make every step to share that common good across the world. We, of course, in the Church of Ireland, are more than aware of the suffering of Jewish people worldwide. We hear harrowing tales every second month when we meet in the Dublin City Interfaith Forum, and we take that to heart, and we want to embrace you as our friends. In my own tradition, around this time of year, of course, there is that grappling with light in darkness, and the willingness and the intention that the light should not snuff out that darkness. And that's something we share, it's something we have independent of one another, but also something that we can bring together. So my prayer would be for the hope of resilience rather than the hope of a shallow optimism. And you've got to work at resilience, and you've got to work with others for that. So I wish everybody a very happy and a very blessed Hanukkah, and I'm so pleased to be here, and thank you for that invitation and the opportunity to be with this wonderful community on this wonderful evening. Thank you.
On behalf of the Irish Muslim Peace and Integration Council, as well as being a member of the European Muslim Jewish Leadership Council for the past 2 years, I wish all of you happy Hanukkah. Some people may be surprised at my attendance, at my presence today, particularly what is going on in the Middle East. But I think it is important to send out a message that irrespective of what is happening in other parts of the world, our communities here in Europe, Muslim and Jewish communities, should not have to face anti-Semitism or Islamophobia. What happens in the Middle East, unfortunately, has an impact here. It does increase anti-Semitism, it does increase Islamophobia, but it is our responsibility as faith communities, Jewish and Muslim, to be together and say no to hate crime, no to Islamophobia, and no to anti-Semitism. At the same time, we pray for the safety of every single person. The Quran clearly states, "Man qatala nafsan bighayri nafsin أو فساد في الأرض فكأنما قتل الناس جميعا." The death or the murder of one innocent man is the death and murder of the whole humanity. So whether they are Israelis or Palestinians, we stand with all innocent people. We stand against injustice and against the murder of innocent people. And we pray that there may be peace. Everybody deserves to be protected. Their life is sacred. Doesn't matter what their faith or religion is, and we stand with all humanity. And this is the message for today. Thank you so much.
Okay, great. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to say the blessings. So we're going to sing the two blessings on the lighting. I'm going to light the first one, which is, as you can see, it is the 6th night of Hanukkah, so it's not complete. There are two left to go. And then I'm going to ask the president of the Representative Council of Ireland Jewish, Leonard Abramson, to kind of light the second candle, and then hopefully Rabbi Yoni can light the rest. So, we'll do the brachos. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvah yisav v'tzivonu lahadlik neir Hanukkah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nisim l'avoseinu b'yomim ha'hem b'zman hazeh.
הנרות הללו אנו אנו מדליקים הנרות הללו, אנו מדליקים על הניסים ועל הנפלאות ועל התשועות ועל המלחמות שעשית לאבותינו, שעשית לאבותינו בימים ההם, בימים ההם, בימים ההם, בזמן הזה. מעוזו ישועתי, לך נאה לשבח, תיקום בית תפילתי, ושם תודה נזבח, לאל תכין מטבח, מצר המנבח, אז אגמור בשיר מזמור, חנוכת המזבח, אז אגמור בשיר מזמור, חנוכת המזבח, יבנים נקבצו עלי, אזי בימי השמיים, ופרצו חומות מגדלי, וטימו כל השמנים, ומינות הקנקנים, נתן את השושנים, בני בינה ימי שמונה, קבעו שיר ונענים, בני בינה ימי שמונה, קבעו שיר ונענים.
Thank you so much, Daniel, and thank you all for being here. It's really, really very special, and thank you all for being a part of it. Those of you that have an RSVP, we're going to head shortly inside soon. I know some of you want to take a picture with the Hanukkah. If I can just ask the faith leaders to stand here, we'll take a picture together, and then you're all welcome. Just please be careful if you're with young children, or even if you're not young children, try not to fall into the menorah. Okay. We don't really want to burn the mansion house down. So just a bit of extra care.
This is the burden, and this... In front, maybe? And you're listening to Hanukkah and Ellie Marcus, wishing you... I'm sorry. Mars, you're in.
Israeli community here. You're the heritage, you're the legacy, and you're the future of the community here in Ireland. And what you've been doing in the past weeks is so important, and having all of you here standing in solidarity is important. And I'm just proud that I'm able to take a small part of all of this and of you being here. And it's so important, especially this year, Rabbi, that you insisted on doing the candle lighting here, and I'm very proud to be here. So thank you very much for going through with this. I know everybody's already full from donuts and from latkes, and any excuse to come together and eat is important for us in our tradition, but especially during these dark days. It's so important to come together and to think of the light that we all represent. Again, I said it so many times, but thank you. I really appreciate it on a personal level, all of the support that we've been getting, and I'm just learning from all of you because you've been experiencing this for a longer time than me. So I'm counting on your help, your advice, and your support. Chag Sameach, and thank you very much.